Yeah, gorgeous.
Hi, hi, hi. Here we are, the Real Ones. I'm Lisa Jones.
Ooh, and I'm Golden Duffy.
Woohoo! And we are here. It's our 1 year anniversary. Woo! I am going to get us on Facebook Live. So, what do you
All
have to
right.
say, Golden?
I feel like a little bit on fire today. I've had a really good morning and I just feel like life is really, really good.
Oh my gosh, so exciting. Let's see. Oh, wait, we're going to a group.
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't do one last week, so I'm a little like, where are we?
I know, and I'm off of Facebook, so I feel like I have closed a world.
Yeah, we want to hear more about that because I think that's a lot of people are starting to do that, and yet it's like, but is it blocking us from who we're supposed to connect to? I don't know. All these questions. What's happening?
I don't know. I just feel like every time I think about going back on, I just think of the suck of energy that it does for me. And I'm just like, right now it's like a hell no.
Yeah. Well, that's important. Everything in your life, I believe, needs to be a hell yes or a hell no. And so obviously,
but I do miss some people. I do miss connecting with some people. I miss the funny stuff on Facebook because there was a little bit of that, but I don't miss any of the other stuff. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back. I'm also very aware of the addiction part of it for me. So I was like, oh, here we are. Facebook.
Yay, Facebook.
I may not be on Facebook, but I'm on Facebook right now.
That's right. That's right. And we want to just say hello and welcome. And it's our 1 year anniversary, guys. This is amazing.
We did it.
So exciting.
The whole year.
So exciting.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about, though, that Goldyn is now off Facebook. And we were talking about, the energy suck you were feeling, the addiction you were feeling. Yeah. This was going to be, if you want to hear the full conversation, you can go to our YouTube channel and hear the beginning part of it. But let's pick up from where we were there.
Yeah, the embarrassing part about this that I'll share is that I literally would get my reports from being on my phone and they were like over 4 hours. It was like 4 hours and 52 minutes per day on the phone. And I'm just like, that is gross. Like, to me, that's gross. And that's just constantly like checking my Facebook and, standing in line, checking my Facebook, sitting. A lot of times I would lose track in the morning and I'd be on for like an hour. I mean, we all know this, right? I'm not the only one, right?
No. And it's not only is it not embarrassing, but I mean, you're just shining light on the truth of what we're all doing. So don't be embarrassed by it.
So yeah, the other day I got my, my download of how much I've been using and I've gotten it down to an hour. And it's so cool because that hour I'm really spending on listening to, positive podcasts. I'm meditating on YouTube. So all of my phone time, besides texting with my friends and my family, is really about being empowered and learning and growing instead of having this draw and suck of energy. It's like I'm taking energy back. So
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Cool. And as we're talking, I'm frantically over here trying to get on the phone so I can see what people are saying on Facebook. So it's just such a weird. So yeah, if you guys are on Facebook and watching us right now, because it says there are people watching. Hey guys, welcome. Say hello and tell us, how much time are you spending on? Yesterday, at the end of the day, it showed me my time. It said 6 hours. And again, not just on Facebook, on just everything. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I just wanted to throw the phone across the room when I saw the number 6 there, because I'm like, what am I doing?
It's taking away from us really truly living our lives. And, my daughter said the other day, she's like, yeah, Mom, but you have relationships on there. And I'm like, true, but are they real? Yeah. I mean, these are virtual relationships. Right. Yes, they may be real. Yes, they may feel real. They may feel good. But at the end of the day, if we're not connecting in person, and I think that's a huge part of the problem that we've had recently is just that connection of being in person and loving one another and hugging and smiling. And
I agree wholeheartedly. And maybe I'll talk a little bit about online dating during this time and doing it on. Yeah, and doing it all virtual. I'm talking to people on the mainland because, here, I'm just trying to expand my world. And yet it's so crazy trying to meet people virtually and not being able to see them in person. And is it really real? And are they really, is it really being portrayed and I don't know, they're probably thinking the same thing about me. Like, is that really what's going on with this person?
Well, I think that's a big reason why we started the Real Ones, just to go back like a year ago, and why we called it the Real Ones is because we really feel strongly about being authentic and being in our power and teaching other people the same, because the message out there really is very disempowering. You know, like you need programs and you need coaches and you need someone to tell you what to do and how to feel and how to create. And the truth is all of that wisdom is within. And that's why Lisa and I have been spending so much time going within. We love you all, and we love you all that have reached out and want to do sessions. But right now we are really drawing all of our energy back home to create the next production. We'll just call it that.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. I just want to give a shout out to Jenna. Hi, Jenna. So glad you're here. And John Phillips and Florina. So yeah, wonderful to have you guys here. And yeah, please comment. Like, again, we're just talking about how much time we're spending on social media and, you know, is it real? Like, again, we started the Real Ones because we're trying to really bring it home that the only real thing is what's going on inside your heart. Yeah. How to tap into that. And Goldyn and I are going through some major up leveling with our journey,
our lives in general, I think. Yeah, absolutely.
Big
so
time.
One of the things that I love that's really been very clear to me lately, and this is a Joe Dispenza teaching, but it's about the fact that when we become too much into matter, like when we have too much of our focus on the physical nature of our experience, we actually end up taking away from our electromagnetic field, and we actually draw that energy inside of ourselves instead of being magnetic. Instead of having that law of attraction frequency outside of ourselves, we're actually taking from it and we're becoming matter, and that slows everything down. So it makes it harder to manifest. So what we've been really focused on in the last couple of weeks is just going within. I mean, spending hours in meditation, and I don't recommend that for everyone. No, I do not. And I hate when people do recommend that for people, because you have to be at a certain place in your journey, and you have to have time to do that, you know? So spending that time of really becoming energy, like really focusing on the energetic piece of you, like what we really are connected to, the stream. And I have had moments of bliss, and I know Lisa has too, that are so out of this world. It's losing touch with everything and coming back, and just, I think I'm realizing more about how, like, my effect on people, you know, and just my everyday and what kind of stream of energy I am promoting, and being able to focus just on that and not separate myself into all these different compartments, you know, all these different areas, and just become me, like just be me, is freaking fascinating.
Yeah.
And then what happens from that, because you're so filled with joy and your electromagnetic field is so strong that you're just manifesting like this. It's so cool.
Well, and in fact, we did a live Joe Dispenza event last Wednesday.
Yes.
And there was it was amazing, because there were thousands and thousands. I forget how many. I mean, it's anywhere between 25 and 125. I missed the number. I missed the number, but there were lots and lots. So anyway, during the meditation, I just had put out there, you know, abundance or whatever. And the very next day I get a text message, even before I woke up, that a piece of property that my ex-husband and I have owned for 12 years, and it's been on the market for like 6, we got a contract on it. And, you know, I'm just like, what is happening right now? So it was
the shit that happens to Lisa Jones.
This is
what happens to her. I've seen it so many times.
But I'm telling you, like, this was not at all in my consciousness. As you couldn't have paid me $1 million and I would have said, well, that's where my next big abundance check is going to come from, is from that property, because it's just like out there. But when you tap into the infinite possibilities of what's out there, the universe just suddenly, boom, you know, puts this silver platter.
Yourself in that frequency of abundance, because you're letting everything else go. And our natural state of being is joy. Our natural state of being is abundance. That's our well-being. It's our birthright, right?
Yeah.
So when we let go of all the other shit that's going on and all the stress and the stuff that's causing us to slow everything down, it speeds things up. And then you see really cool, amazing miracles happen. And I've seen it for a lot of people, not just Lisa Jones.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I'm just an example, but it happens. It does. And that's part of it, is being in those higher frequencies of love, joy, and passion, and, you know, and just exuberance and happiness versus, you know, oh my God, I'm not, like getting in this chaos and frustration and anger and, you know, pointing out at what everybody else is doing. And that's slower. I mean, you can just feel the energy drop when I talk about those feelings, you know, and yet we also don't want to be Pollyannas, you know, where we're just like, oh, it's all just.
We don't, because I'm starting to think that that's not true. Like in the past,
we are here to be
apologize for being that person.
Yeah.
You know, always being that uplifter and always feeling this energy of joy, and, you know, having people definitely leave my experience because it's like too much for them. Like they just can't handle, like they don't think it's possible for them, I think. And I'm starting to realize that that's just dimming my light. Like not letting that stuff shine is really, it's creating an energy around me that's not who I really am. So I'm letting it rip.
Good. Well, that's good. So yeah, I agree. I mean, for the most part, you know, I mean, I feel very Pollyanna-ish and, you know, and I live the most extraordinary life. And yet I mean, you and I both over the last week have also fallen into these troughs of like, oh my God, what is happening? You know,
what are we doing?
And it's so cool because then we can ping each other and immediately help one another just climb right out and not stay in that lower level, which
I know, like yesterday we had a day like that. And I woke up in the morning and I've got back issues again. And I was just, you know, just not feeling great. I was feeling a little head coldy-ish thing going on and my back was hurting. And I woke up in the morning and then I just started like looking for the gratitude. I'm like, okay, you know, here I am and I can totally change this by what am I grateful for? And then I got my little blanket and my kitty and my fire was on and I had my coffee and I was reading Chris Prentice, the Zen of
the happiness and the art of Zen, I think.
And it was just like this light bulb, you know, and it's like, oh yes, I have this and this and this and this. And then it just becomes this like blissful state. And then when you go into meditation from that state, it just up levels it even more, which I did. Yeah. But yeah, I highly recommend Chris Prentice's book because it's short, it's sweet. The message.
I'm like, I wonder where it is. And I literally, it was like right in front of me. Here we go. So it's Zen and the Art of Happiness.
My daughter's going to read it again. She read it in the beginning of quarantine. I said, you have to read it because the energy of it, actually the energy of it is what I posted on Instagram. I posted on Instagram today, like such a big day for me.
Wow. That's a big,
Instagram for some reason is not an energy suck for me like Facebook, but it gives me that place to post something. So I thought today I'm going to do it. So I did a little pick monkey and it said, something wonderful is always about to happen.
Oh, I like it.
And at the bottom just said, if you believe it. And that's his whole message is no matter what is going on.
Yeah.
Good is always coming. So the way he explained it in the book that I understand is the order of the universe is for just this wonderful state of being, right? Like the universe always comes back into order. So anytime there's chaos, the universe is going to reassemble things into order. But we mess that up when we get worried and concerned and anxious and we slow all the energy down by not believing that everything is always working out for us. So
that's right. Oh my goodness. That is so cool. I just realized I didn't have us in gallery or speaker view. So now we are.
Where were we?
Well, whoever was speaking, I think, was on the screen. So I don't know.
Okay.
It's been one of those days.
We're here. We're together. We're not together, but we're about to be together.
That's right. I know. I'm coming to the mainland. I have a one-way ticket just because I'm still trying to figure out. I'm going to go to Portland and Denver. Was that?
Because she might not go back.
I might not go back. No, I'm coming back. But yeah, I'm going to be in Portland. I'm going to be in Denver, and I'm going to be in Orange County / San Diego. So yeah, if anybody wants to come see us, we should do like a live event.
That would be super fun. I'm really feeling like soon we're going to like put together a workshop or something.
Yeah.
Maybe like a day of a couple of hours of a workshop, like something really fun is bubbling up with us. And I think it's important for us to just draw everything back in order to do that. So
I think so. I think that'd be so fun. Oh my God, that would be great. That would be so fun. So I know you've got something coming up here. So
I got a couple of minutes. And what else do we want to talk about?
I know.
So maybe we should address the state of the show. I don't know if we.
Good idea. I mean,
we're in a little bit of influx with the show, and I think I think for me, I love the show and I look very forward to it. But I think there's just all of these things are happening and we're looking at these different directions to go in. So it's about that draw of energy. So I'm not sure if this will be the last show you guys will see for this year, or if we'll be back next week. Like, I don't really want to answer because we kind of made a decision and then we were like, well, let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
So,
but we're just leaning toward up leveling, and that might mean that we pull back our energy.
If you're sad about that, please let us know, because
exactly,
that make a difference in our decision, right?
Yeah. And that's part of it too, is just we're trying to, bring as many people into our fold and share this message with as many people as possible. So we're trying to do our best to take that to the next level.
To take it to the next level and to figure out exactly how to do that in a way that feels, right and organic and real to us.
And if you're listening right now and you have an idea about that, reach out to us, let us know, because we're open to collaboration and hearing, what ideas you might have that could take us to that next level.
We're looking to go bigger, stronger.
That's right. So you can email us at goldynandlisa@gmail.com. That's GOLDYNANDLISA@gmail.com.
Perfect. So we've got a lot of ideas and different creativity things that are coming up for us. And it's just, it's taking the cues from the universe, right?
It is, for sure.
It's a little bit of acting as if and not waiting, because I feel like we've kind of been in this, we're acting as if because we're doing the show, but then it's like we've, done a couple of things that didn't exactly go exactly the way we wanted them to, even though they were perfect.
That's right. That's right.
Just figuring out, okay, what's the next step for us? What do we want, really? Which is, I think we've shared before, is like a TV show. And a lot of you guys are watching us on TV, which is so cool.
Yeah, that's the first step. That was the first step.
We want to create abundance, and we want to create a global consciousness around what we're teaching. So we want a bigger audience for sure.
John says, I would miss your videos.
Oh.
So thanks, John. And Thomas says, great to see you too. Thanks for the uplift every time you are on. And Jenna says, I love the uplifting things you both talk about. That is part of why I like you so much. So thank you, everybody, for
just to feel a little bit of feedback.
I know. Yeah, it does. Because it does get, and it is tricky. I mean, as we were talking about at the top of the show about just how much time to spend on social media, and then, is it really impacting? Is it really making a difference? I mean, the last thing we want to do is just be kind of shouting out into the wind, and not having it land. So we're trying to find that place that we can really,
and it's like receptivity. So it's like we do all this giving, and we love to give, and we love to serve, and we love to have a forum for that. But when there's like too much giving and there's not enough receptivity as far as like feedback or knowing, I mean, we've got a couple people on here that are amazing.
I know they are our solid foundation, and we love you guys so much. But we actually do have a product that we are going to be offering soon, which we will tell you guys. You guys will be the first to know. And it's super exciting. I've got chills as I'm thinking about it. So
if any of you guys have like marketing product knowledge, we need you. So because we're looking to take this thing like really big. It's going to be big. I have no doubt about it. It's an idea that Lisa has had for a long time, and I had the connection to implement it. And we have a dream team of 3 of us that just killed the design. So
the design.
And we've got a lot of things like that we want to, some product development to help people actually improve their energetic vibration just by being surrounded by things that are infused.
That's right. Oh my gosh. So exciting. So so we will be having a show about that and that should be coming up soon.
Yeah, that'll be coming up soon.
We are right on the edge of that production line being in full swing. So
and we're not leaving you. I don't want you guys to think
No. Yeah, we're not leaving.
Because if anything, you're just going to see us in a bigger forum next time you see us, or be able to meet us in person, or whatever that looks like. But I'm just feeling like I just need stronger, deeper connections with people. That's what I'm feeling at this point in my life.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of people are, just with the current state of affairs.
I think we should like rent an RV and just travel around the country and meet people.
Mike wants to do that so bad. He will totally be our driver.
Okay, good. He can be our driver
all the time, because we've got one, it's my baby's birthday today.
Yes. Yeah, we had a little slight delay in the show due to birthday celebration,
Did not
which
realize
of
she was
course,
going to want to spend so much time with mom today, but that was
is wonderful.
freaking awesome. We had breakfast and then we went shopping and then we went for a little hike. It was really
awesome. Yeah, you can't, that's way more important to have that one-on-one. And again, it comes down to, being in person, and especially your baby girl. How old is she?
She's 17.
17, your little baby, your final one.
So she's a senior. So Mike's like, as soon as she's done, like, we're out.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Jennifer, yes, I'm coming to Denver.
Yes!
So I will be there. I mean, I'm literally flying to Denver I'm coming to the mainland. I don't think you were on earlier, but yeah, we should get together, Jennifer. I'd love to see you there.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
how fun.
I know. I'm excited to travel and meet people. And like I said, I'm doing this online dating thing, which is a little crazy. But interestingly, several of the
do you recommend?
Well, for right now, it's a great way to get to know and talk to people. And there are, interestingly enough, several people that are in Portland, Denver, and Orange County / San Diego that I might get to meet.
That would make my life.
I know, right? I know. And actually, I've got one gentleman who's going to fly from Tennessee to come out to San Diego or LA.
Ooh, how fun is that?
I know, it's really fun. It's been fun and also exhausting because I've gotten a lot of people interested, which it's like become a full-time job for me to answer people. And of course, I don't want to be mean and not answer. And so I'm working on figuring out what my boundaries are.
You gotta go back to your not nice book.
I know. I have to read that because
all right, so we have a few minutes. What's our biggest tip that we're leaving people with? We first of all, we don't know if we're coming back or when we're coming back. We are coming back. We just don't know when. What in the last couple of weeks, I feel like we have expanded so much. And the few people that we've had that have asked for sessions, our advice to them was, go within, find the joy, find ways to express yourself with whatever it is that you want to create. We were talking yesterday about a show, really wanting to do a show. And we actually got invited to be on a TV show.
Yes, we did.
Not the right fit for us.
But
it sparked a lot of excitement. Mm-hmm. And it sparked a feeling of, well, what do we want to do? Do we want to do a documentary? Do we want to create a show? Like, what do we want to do? So we're getting clarity about that, but really it's just about going within and feeling that excitement and actually putting yourself in that future place and feeling it, getting that elevated emotion out there to draw that experience back to you. It's like tuning yourself into this future that already exists. Like if you have the idea, if you have the vision, it's already been created. It's just a matter of you becoming that identity that steps into that parallel universe.
That's exactly right. And that's what's so exciting is that when you go into meditation and you're able to go into that infinite field of possibility, and really become, I was able to leave my body and literally just feel the energy that I am. And that's when I feel like just the doors start to open up, because then you're not putting your mind into like, okay, it's either going to happen this way or that way. And then you close everything down. And then the universe is trying to scramble to give you exactly one of those two options, which, is just, again, chaos. It's almost like you're creating your own chaos when you're not allowing the universe to create the beautiful,
because it's all unknown. Like it's
right.
supposed to be unknown.
It's supposed to be unknown, right?
If we're trying to figure it out, we're not co-creating with the universe. We're trying to make something happen a certain way. And the universe has a much better plan for us.
That's right. So the key is to know what you want, right? Have the desire. And if you have the desire, then it's a possibility that's available to you. But then just holding the space to allow universe to create that for you instead of you coming up with how it's going to happen. I think that's where a lot of people get stuck, is they think, oh, okay, now, they have to, you got to wait for the inspiration and then take the step. And then you might not know the second step until you've taken the first step. And that's the scary part, is people have to trust and have faith that what they're getting. And most likely the first step is very scary and daunting. It's not like, oh, this is so easy. No, it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to stretch you and
be a little bit out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
I mean, getting, you could look at the call that we got about a show and say, oh, we got super freaking excited, like really, really excited. And that's the currency.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter that it didn't work out or not. We got into the energy of talking to a producer and feeling what it feels like to have that possibility. That's what actually creates. It's not once the event comes, we're kind of over it. And we're on to the next manifestation. So the feeling really is the manifestation. So if you can get yourself to that feeling place where there's no separation between you and it's done.
Yeah.
So done.
And you are so right about the, once it is manifested, it's like, yeah, you might be in a moment of, oh, you're going to move?
I got
okay.
I'm so excited. I've had no heat all week. Hello, come in. I'm just in the middle of a show.
So this is the real one, guy. This is the real ones. This is actually
this is the real one that's going to fix my heat. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. That's right. You have not had.
It's been 40 degrees at night in California and about 50 during the day. So it's been.
And your heat has not been working. So that's good to have a workman there to help you get that.
Yes, my wonderful husband got somebody to come right in the middle of the show. So it's all good.
It's perfect.
We have other rooms.
That's right. Hey, just roll with the punches.
Yeah.
I think we were just talking about, when, so it's the inspiration that's going, looks like, somebody.
Yeah, come on in. You need something? Do you want to see my birthday girl?
Hi, birthday girl. Hi. Happy birthday.
There's a sloth on her head. Yeah, the heating guy's here too. She has no pants on. The heating guy's here.
Oh, okay. No pants on, yeah.
No pants on.
No zooming with no pants.
Unless you're sitting.
That's right. You've got to be seated before you turn on the.
Oh man,
this
is real life, people.
That's right. No, that's.
I'm sorry. Did you finish your?
Well, I've kind of lost where I was, but that's okay. It's all good. It's all about manifesting
about in the visualization of it and really feeling it, and how feeling it is actually what creates it.
Oh yes.
And most people don't spend time doing this. It's the easiest thing to do and the easiest thing not to do. It's like stretching. I was thinking about that today. My back is screwed up again because I haven't been stretching. It's the easiest thing to do and the easiest thing not to do. It's
right,
so easy
right.
to
It's so simple, but it's hard to get yourself, into the habit of doing it. So
well, because real visualization feels a little bit like work. It does. Like in the beginning, once you really get a practice going, it gets very easy, very enjoyable. But in the beginning, it can feel like a little bit of work, especially if you're like Lisa, who had trouble visualizing, right?
Yeah.
We talked about that. And are you better at that now that you?
No, I mean, I haven't been visualizing I was trying to remember when I started meditation. I mean, I've been meditating for probably, at least 10, if not 20 years. But yeah, I never have visualized. So only now do I get little tiny glimpses, and it's okay. I mean, it's kind of like, I guess, a blind person. It's not like they're like, God, I wish I could see every single day. Like they get used to just, whatever that is. So and again, I have different sensations probably than people.
I was going to say that because Joe was sharing that some people will smell the leather in the car, or they'll smell the flowers. And that's like visualization to a whole other level. I have not gotten there yet.
Right. And I get these just knowings. Like I'll just be sitting there and all of a sudden it's like that time when I was sitting, I just gotten here and it's like, go to the beach. And I'm like, whoa, what, who just said that? And it wasn't even like I heard the words. It was just it was like a billboard just went off in my head or something. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means, but I ran out the door, and then that was the first night I met Jim Carrey. So I'm like, oh, okay. Good to listen to these things. You never know
what's the magic of listening to your intuition and being tuned into it. And that's what meditation will do, is it will actually turn that voice up a little louder. So you can really hear it, really know that it's right and that you're supposed to follow it.
Well, and I was going to say, you had mentioned about the manifestation is truly the feeling of joy as you're going on the journey, because I did read an article about a woman, and I'm trying to remember the story. I'm just going to give the gist, but the point was, she created, I think it was headbands or something, and they were giving money to orphans or something. I mean, it was some amazing thing, right? And she ended up being on Oprah. And so it was like, I mean, her mind was exploding. She was super happy. She was so excited. And then, afterwards, it was kind of like, oh, okay, been there, done that. Like, I
That's
mean,
over. Yeah.
you know, it's like,
Where do you go from there?
Right. I mean, we all think that once, oh my God, I'm going to make it. You know, I've been on Oprah and now I've made it. And then the next day you wake up and you're like, oh wow, I was on Oprah and I'm exactly where I was
I'm still this person.
Before. Right.
Yeah.
So really the manifestation of that feeling, of the journey, of getting there, of arriving there. And then it's like, okay,
that's where all the magic is.
Yeah. What's the next manifestation that I'm going after? Because once you've achieved it, it's not like you get to the top of the hill and you just get to stand there and hold a flag for the next 20 years and be like, I'm on Oprah. Like,
no, and most of us don't celebrate for very long.
Yeah.
You know, I manifested $10,000 and like the next day I was ready to do something else, you know?
That's exactly.
We don't even spend time celebrating, going, holy crap, look at what I've done. We kind of take it for granted and go, all right, what am I working on now?
Yeah.
You know, we're like constantly needing to be progressing people. And the truth is, if we can start being a little more and start detaching from needing things to be a certain way and just accepting and being in love with life, then you will just find more reasons to love life.
Yeah, it's so true. And it really is. I mean, even, you know, me living here on Maui and beach and, you know, like everyone they're like envious of my life. And yet I'm like, yeah, and it's a life. Like I still have to go to the grocery store. I still have to, you know, take my car in to get a gas, you know, or to get the oil change.
And you're still looking for adventure. You're still looking for the next thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You don't just get there and just go, all right, you get bored.
And that's pretty much it. Because I want to say to people that aren't like where they want to be yet, like once you get here and, you know, especially after 4 years, I'm like, okay, like I'm ready for some new adventure because, you know, as I love it here so much, but I'm also not satisfied with just like, okay, you know, I'm here, I've arrived. Yeah, I arrived and now I'm ready to see what's next.
Yeah, which is super exciting. I'm super excited.
Really exciting. Oh my God, I'm so excited about that RV thing with your husband driving. And like, that's been like a dream of mine to do that.
We're so ready. And we're like ready tomorrow, you know,
like we can go city to city and like do our show and just have people come and,
oh my God, that would be a blast.
That would be good. Oh my God. And then we could do a documentary of that and then have that as, you know, our next thing. We're creating right here on the show right now, guys. This is how it works. This is how it works.
Watch us.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
So my daughter met this guy. So my second daughter is the one with the baby, and they moved here a little while ago. And like last year, she was here with her girlfriend and they went out one night and, you know, they tend to have a lot of fun. And she ends up like losing her phone and losing all her money, losing her wallet, you know, the whole like scenario of,
oh dear.
And meets this guy, and this guy like finds her phone, gives her $200, calls her, becomes a good friend of hers. And through the course of events, we actually went out on a boat with him. It was so funny. It was this pretty established, like 30-year-old, kind of brilliant. I think he was a graphic designer or something. But anyways, had all these different businesses and they were like connecting, but not like all of a sudden they kind of had a falling out and he just kind of disappeared. Well, she finds out yesterday he got killed in a plane crash. He was learning how to fly and crashed his plane in Vegas. And she was so overcome with emotion. And I was like, wow, it's so interesting because I got the chills right now. Like, did he know that he was going to die? And that's why he kind of separated himself from her so that she wouldn't feel the pain of their friendship, because she was really starting to, you know, enjoy his company. And he had some relationship issues that were causing him to like kind of distance himself. So it was just so interesting. And she kept going, it's so random. It's so random. And it's like, it really makes you just take stock, you know? And I said, that's the thing, is like, we take people for granted and we take situations for granted. And it's like, none of us really know when that number is up, you know? Absolutely. And that was like the biggest thing that we took from it, because and she was just sad for his family and, you know, sad for what maybe could have been of their friendship. And she's like, yeah, I distanced myself from him. That was so interesting. And I was like, yeah, sometimes I wonder, because I think people kind of know when they're going to die, like at a soul level, you know?
Yeah, I think so too. But it's also interesting that, you know, like, it's like they weren't meant to like be together, but they were meant, because I had
he was literally like an angel.
Yeah.
was an angel. He showed up and he did some things for her that were so kind, and
Yeah.
it was so,
Yeah. I mean, cause I just had like last week, I forget, maybe we didn't talk about it because it was the birthday thing, but yeah, I just found out a friend of mine who was a very pivotal person who I literally met on one day, and it just kind of shifted a lot of my own thinking. And then I thought, oh, I'll reach out and say hi. And I looked on Facebook, and he died a year ago of a brain tumor. He got diagnosed and died within 2 months. And again, I just started crying like a baby. I'm like, why am I crying so much when we had such a very short, just like, it was just, we met at a moment in time. But it's interesting how people can really affect us, in different ways like that.
absolutely. And the connections you feel like you have, and I don't know. It's just,
I know. And I think it is to me, I think it is past lives. Cause when we met, he was actually a hiking guide, and we went on this long hike and we chatted, and we had so many interconnections, and we were just looking at each other like, how is this even possible that we have, like, he had a 106-year-old grandfather. I had a 106-year-old grandmother. Wow. Born in the same year, like the whole, like, we were just like, this is just like, it's unheard of. Right. And he was super healthy. He didn't drink. He ate super healthy. Like, he was a super conscious man. So then it makes you wonder, like, well, why did he get a brain tumor? Like, why, how did he get sick? And, or like, your daughter's friend, here he is just randomly on an airplane that crashes. Like, what?
Yeah. It hit the side of a building, like a construction site or something. So you're just like,
yeah, that is really weird, strange.
You just never know, people. You never know. And that's why you got to appreciate and find the joy in life, and not just like wait for something to come along, not just like live the survival experience where you're just in survival mode and in stress all the time. It's like taking that time to take your power back, to take your energy back, and to say, you know what, this is the way I want my life to be. And then to take the steps to do that.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do have to spend time just being in meditation, like Lisa and I have, and drawing all of your energy back. If you're all over the place, I'm telling you right now, your manifestation powers are very weak when you're like that, because you're just in matter. You're dense. You're in the density. If you're experiencing a lot of heavy emotions, you have an addiction to those emotions that you need to break in order to become thinner, become lighter, become more joyful. You've got to start learning how to break those addictions. And the only way to break the addictions is, first of all, to have the awareness around them. Who is it? I think it's Fred Dodson that says, once you're aware of something, it's no longer an addiction, it's a choice.
Ah, that's a good one.
Because you know it and you're still doing it. So it's interrupting those thoughts. I was talking to my little one today about this, and I was saying, every time you have a thought about that emotion, you're pulling from the past. First of all, emotion is all based on past, right? It's like what happened to us before. So you have to actually stand up and just be like, I'm letting that go. And consciously, like, I'm letting that go. And you may have to say it 3,000 times a day until you notice, oh, I'm not feeling that way anymore. Mm-hmm. That's not affecting me in the same way anymore, because I've really, truly let that go. And I've closed down those, neural synapses that have created that flow.
That had wired together before. So you're starting to unwire the things, but it is easy how, cause I read that Not Nice book, a month or two ago, and I was really on fire with it. And now I find myself like being nice again, and not like, not that I wasn't nice when I was doing my not nice thing, but but saying yes to things that I really don't want to be doing, like, like giving a massage. Just, again, it was kind of just a neck rub to my homeless friend down on the beach, which I feel bad. And I was trying to be like Mother Teresa-esque,
Like, when we do things because we feel bad, is that really the best? I heard an Abraham the other day that was like, what is the energy that you're doing things from? Are you doing them because you feel an obligation, because you feel bad, because you think you know how the other person feels? Maybe that guy really didn't want your hands on him. Who knows, right?
No, he asked me. He's like, can you please just put your hands on my shoulder? And I was just like, oh my God. And I felt trapped. I didn't know how to say no. I was like, and I just said, and I truly was, I was running, I had to be on another Zoom call. And I just said, listen, I've got a few minutes, and you know, so I'll do it real quickly.
That was a beautiful thing. But then, like, when you walked away, how did you feel about it?
I don't know. I just wanted to wash my hand. I'm sorry. And he's
What are you
crazy.
sorry about?
I don't know. Why am I sorry? I don't know.
We're living in a world that is so afraid right now.
I know.
It's a normal response.
Yeah, it is a normal response. And the other thing is, I mean, I'm not a body worker. I'm not a trained, you know, therapist or anything like that. So anyway, the way, you know, if he asks me again, I'm just going to say, you know, I'm not a
that's not really my thing. And
yeah.
I'm going to stay in my lane.
I'm going to stay in my lane, which is doing yoga down at the other end of the beach. And I'll be down there by myself.
Which is a really good thing for anybody to say. You know, that's not really my thing. I'm going to stay in my lane. That's a good way to say no to things.
That's a really good thing to say.
Want to say no to.
I know.
Draw your energy back and become a more powerful creator and actually live the life that you want to live, not the life that other people want you to live for them.
Exactly. And it was just an opportunity. Universe was just giving me an opportunity to stand in my power and say, no, thank you. I don't want to give this homeless man a massage.
It's not my thing, dude. Sorry. And not to be sad about that. It's like,
I know.
Why are we apologizing for not being something that we're not?
That's right.
That's a good
and
comment.
why am I trying to make him feel okay? And I'm making myself feel bad.
You didn't create his experience. I mean, that may sound callous and cold, but honestly, it's like, if we really want to create the most optimal lives, we can't keep giving of ourselves and depleting the energy around us.
Yeah.
Right? Just because we want to try to fill somebody else up. I can't fill up anybody else.
No. And I frankly, well, again, he's homeless. I mean, I was going to say, I can't imagine just asking somebody walking by and being like, hey, can you give me a massage? And, you know,
especially right now, like,
yeah, I know.
I mean, I'm not afraid of anything.
No.
But I wash my hands way more than I used to. Yeah. And I used to wash my hands a lot, but it's just being more conscious of your overall state and health, you know?
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
And who you're, and it is funny because at the beach, I don't even think about the whole situation that's happening. So that did not even cross my mind. But you're right.
In the world, I would have been like, "Oh, dude, not right now."
Yeah.
Sorry.
Call me, or no, don't even call me when COVID's over. Whoa, what is happening?
Woo, somebody's calling.
Woo, someone's calling. Call me when COVID's over. Maybe that's what it is.
That was the call.
That was the call.
Over. Go out and live your lives.
Sylvia Brown said it was going to just disappear, so maybe it just did.
It
11/11, and it's gone.
I feel it. I totally feel it.
That would be good. That would be good.
Gone.
Well, awesome.
Right, well, we love you guys. We don't know that, but we will post on Facebook when we're going to do a show. It could be anytime now. Because we're running
we're going off of our, and I give us kudos. I mean, we really did a good job of posting. We have over 50 videos on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, if you're missing us, go back and watch them because we have a second time sometimes, you know. There is some great stuff there. And so I give us kudos because we literally I would say at least 45 weeks we did something on every Monday, so I give us great even when we didn't want to, That's right. Even when we didn't want to, but for the most part we wanted to. Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to therealonez.com with a Z, you will get a trauma release. And then if you subscribe to us on YouTube, which it's very possible that we may put things on YouTube and not stream them to Facebook moving forward, you will get an abundance release or abundance teaching. Abundance is our birthright teaching, but you have to email us to receive that. It's not set up on an auto thing or whatever. And if you want to share some love with us, let us know because we're here to receive as well. And who knows what's going to happen. Oh, wonderful things it's super exciting to see what's going to happen. But wow, what a fabulous year we've had together, and we love you guys, and we appreciate all that you have done to stand behind us and be a part of our group so far. We'll see what's next. And share our podcast with people. The bigger that grows, then the more potential. You're welcome, John. We appreciate you being here with us. So it means a lot. It really does. We love you all so much. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to Facebook, and then we're going to close it out on YouTube. There we go. I have cards in here. I never know where I'm going to be.
Well, I got my cards.
This is for YouTube. I do have this pig here.
Oh.
The reason why he's here is
He's
because
adorable.
Michael did a whole little skit for our cabaret night, and this was Louis Oinkstrong.
Oh, very sweet.
Saying "What a Wonderful World," so that's why he's here. I do have cards.
That's awesome. All right, let's pull cards. Have fun.
I gotta go in about 5 minutes. I gotta go get my massage to fix that.
All right, we will do this.
Best massage therapist in the world over here, and she is just healing me.
Wow, that's awesome. All right, so what are we pulling cards on? Like what? How about just the expansive future?
Yeah, I like it.
Woohoo! All right, so the first card is persevere.
The upside down.
And what is yours?
Strength.
Well, you know what? To me, those are very similar, and that's
that
the thing.
persevere card is interesting. I think that's a message for us.
That is definitely, and that's the blockage card, which I feel like you and I are very readily able, and that's it. We're so blessed. We have such a blessed life that it's very easy for us to just say, yeah, I don't want to do that.
So the perseverance piece for us has been a little blocked.
Yeah,
I agree.
Well, and the strength and perseverance, the strength of perseverance is the blockage card for us specifically. And I think for a lot of people, right? A lot of people want to do something different in their life and they don't persevere. And so that's the first message. All right. So the action card, what is our action card? Oh, awaken and clarity. I love it. So what are you getting for those?
How perfect is that? This is what we're coming upon, because I've felt very strongly in the last couple of weeks that we've got messages coming through, and it was important for us to pull back our energy to see what the next step is. Because, if we keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's like we just keep creating the same results. So it's like we have to get out of our box, out of our comfort zone. And sometimes we got to come back to home,
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. How about you?
The awaken. Yeah. And I'm getting too that you and I mean, the whole world is awakening. The whole world is up leveling, and you and I are up leveling, and we're getting more clarity about that.
Did you read Daniel Scranton's post today?
I was starting to, but
I have to go to his website to read them now because.
Well, don't you get an email or no? I get an email
late in the day, and I like to read him first.
Oh, see, I get it first thing in the morning here.
Yeah, because it's Hawaii.
Yeah.
Because so it was all about awakening and how we have already awakened beyond the fifth dimensional level. So now it's just really being in our being. It's really
just being us.
Being.
I love it.
Letting it all unfold.
All right. So the outcome card, I love the one I pulled. Shift. Yeah, baby. Joy. I love it. A joyous shift is happening. That's exactly.
Woo! I'm feeling that one. I got the chills.
Yeah, me too. I totally do too. So yeah, and again, I just want to point out the Zen and the Art of Happiness. We highly recommend this book. It helps shift you into that.
Yeah, and anything from Joe Dispenza, good Lord, his meditations on YouTube. There's one called Deep Trance Meditation that just brings me to a whole different place. And some people don't like his voice. And we do have meditations on therealonez.com if you're interested in, I don't know how many we did there, but we're not going to shit on ourselves, but we are going to do more meditations. So drawing our way, we'll be able to do a little more of our project pieces and get some more info out in the world.
Awesome. Well, this has been great. We will be in touch soon. We love you. Be sure to subscribe on our YouTube or on our on our website.
Yes. We love you.
Realonez.com. Bye, guys. Bye.